What kind of shifts do you see in recruitment happening over the next 5 years, given Web 3.0 was last year, the hype of it was last year, then now there is AI. So where do you see recruitment going, outsourcing going in the next 5 years?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's conversations that we seem to be having more and more in the talent space. Certainly, I run, outside of my day job, I run the largest talent community in Australia, the Melbourne Talent Meetup, and we often sort of have discussions about where things are going next. And I think within the talent space, I think we're all comfortable with the fact that AI is going to have more and more of an impact, and we will see large parts of recruitment being automated. I think it's really important that anybody who is within the space needs to make sure they upskill and they continue to keep their skills relevant, more so than ever before, really. I think in terms of the industry as a whole, skills-based hiring over credentials is probably going to be the big one. Degree requirements are already being dropped across industries, which is, I think, a positive thing. You're qualified by experience. A lot more. I think more structured, data-driven processes will become standard even in small teams, partly driven by accessibility to better and probably cheaper tools. And it feels like the volume of applications is going to continue to increase because AI makes it easier to apply. And I think, I'm really interested to see what the stats look like in the next sort of 2 to 3 years, because as I said, I fully agree that we're in a stage where, yes, you could flick off 50 applications in a morning rather than sort of writing individually now, and it's so much easier to do that. So I think we need to have the technology to sort of keep up with that demand, because talent teams are becoming smaller and have been smaller. So the volume of applications is kind of overwhelming a lot of those teams, which has an impact on the quality of the candidate experience, and then that then has an impact on the quality of the perception of the organization in the industry. I think one thing we know about Gen Z and Gen Alphas is that if they have a bad experience, they're going to tell everybody. They're going to tell the internet. They're going to tell the world. And I think it's going to continue to have this negative spiral if organizations can't get on top of those kind of things. So I think softer skills will be really important. I think the talent industry, the talent acquisition, the skill set will continue to evolve. We've seen over the last 3 to 4 years that there has been a real blurring between talent acquisition, HR, onboarding, retention. And I think that will continue as well, Chris. So it's going to be a really interesting time. It feels like a privilege to be around working in a time when there is so much change.